Welcome back to Grammar Fundamentals for the SAT. This is Chapter 3, Lesson 20. We've seen verbs act as adjectives. Now we'll see them act as nouns. Today, gerunds, and a renaming structure called the appositive. Here's a clever shapeshifter, the gerund. A gerund is a verb form ending in ing that works as a noun. And like any noun, it can fill noun roles. As a subject, painting relaxes me. Painting is what the sentence is about. As a direct object, I enjoy painting. Painting receives the action. As the object of a preposition, do we get credit for guessing? Guessing follows the preposition for. So even though it ends in ing and comes from a verb, a gerund always does a noun's job. A gerund often brings along other words, forming a gerund phrase, the gerund plus its modifiers and complements. Eating the dog's food is our cat's favorite trick. The whole phrase, eating the dog's food, is a gerund phrase, and it acts as a single noun, the subject of the sentence. So a gerund phrase is just a gerund with company, but it still does one noun's job. Now the trap. Gerunds and present participles both end in ing, but they do different jobs. Compare these two. Hiking the ridge left us breathless. Here, hiking the ridge is the subject. It's doing a noun's job, so it's a gerund. But hiking the ridge, we paused to rest. Here, the same words describe we, telling which hikers, an adjective's job, so it's a participle. Same ing words, different role. The test. If it acts as a noun, it's a gerund. If it acts as an adjective, it's a participle. Now a different structure, the appositive. An appositive is a noun or pronoun placed right beside another noun to identify or explain it. My neighbor Rafael builds canoes. Rafael sits right beside neighbor and tells us exactly which neighbor. It identifies him. That's an appositive, a noun set next to another noun to rename or pin down its meaning. When an appositive adds modifiers, it becomes an appositive phrase, and now commas matter. If the appositive is non-essential, just extra information, set it off with commas. We toured Quito, the capital of Ecuador. But if it's essential, needed to tell which one, use no commas. My cat Huckleberry lived almost 20 years. No commas, because Huckleberry tells us which cat. So the rule is, non-essential appositives take commas. Essential ones do not. Here's a refined point the test loves. Because a gerund is a noun, the word right in front of it should be possessive. We say, I appreciate your helping, not I appreciate you helping. Think of it like any other noun. You'd say your help, so it's your helping. The same goes for names. We were surprised by Maria's leaving, not Maria leaving. So when a noun or pronoun comes right before a gerund, make it possessive. My, your, his, her, or Maria's. Let's put it together. Hiking, my favorite hobby, keeps me fit. Hiking is a gerund, an ing word acting as a noun, the subject. And my favorite hobby is an appositive, renaming the gerund hiking. And since it's extra information, it's set off with commas. A gerund and an appositive, working together in one sentence. Let's practice. In each sentence, find the gerund, the ing word doing a noun's job. Pause and try before I answer. My sister's whining is her worst habit. Whining is an ing word acting as the subject, doing a noun's job. So the gerund is whining. Do we get credit for guessing? Guessing follows the preposition for, serving as its object, a noun's job. So the gerund is guessing. Painting the fence is Gary's summer chore. Painting the fence is a gerund phrase serving as the subject, and it begins with the gerund painting. So the gerund is painting. Now find the appositive, the noun placed beside another to rename or identify it. Pause and try each. My Aunt Helene bought a farm in Ohio. Helene sits beside Aunt and tells us which aunt. So the appositive is Helene. My oldest brother Tim is in the Air Force. Tim sits beside brother, renaming him, and it's set off with commas. So the appositive is Tim. Kimane, the soccer captain, won an award. The phrase the soccer captain renames Kimane, telling us who she is. So the appositive is the soccer captain. Let's bring it together. A gerund is an ing verb form that works as a noun, filling roles like subject or object. Don't confuse it with a present participle, which also ends in ing, but does an adjective's job. Check what role the word plays. And an appositive is a noun placed beside another to rename or identify it, taking commas when it's non-essential. Great work. In Lesson 21, we'll meet the last of the verbals, infinitives.